So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin in a smaller time frame, the price of Bitcoin in a bigger time frame is flashing a very interesting scenario, which is indicating us the price for the upcoming days might be slowly turning bullish. But before that, we could see some shakeout to liquidate the over average long and then finally start with this new impulsive movement. So before I start talking about this interesting scenario, please destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now let's start this by looking at the Bitcoin dominant chart, because the dominance for Bitcoin is clearly breaking out. Yes, we were finding ourselves in this long-term consolidation phase or accumulation phase, but now if we look at this dominant chart, we have already broken out from this 48-49% and flipped that into support. Yes, the previous temporary resistance line has already been flipped into support, and since then this monthly dominance candle is showing bullishness. So if the trend does continues further here to the upside, if this dominance is going to get stronger, then the next area of confluence is somewhere around 53% and could go even up to 58% for the upcoming days. What does this mean? Holding Bitcoin could be more profitable for the upcoming days according to this dominant chart, because it's not just only a breakout from this consolidation phase or accumulation phase. We were also forming a double bottom type of formation. If you look at this neckline, the neckline has already been broken, and now if this trend continuation is going to happen, right, price after this breakout is going to show further impulsiveness, then you can see the dominance could be entering in between 55-58%. So that's why, guys, that's why according to this dominant chart, holding Bitcoin could be more profitable. And if you look at the price action, the price action is also showing a very interesting movement, because we have found out in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has found support around this rising trend line, you can see since 2023 January month, we have seen a very nice impulsive movement. I mean, each and every time the price of Bitcoin has tested the support from this rising trend line, after that we have seen a very nice impulsive movement, and this is exactly where we came, and this is exactly where the price showed this relief rally. So now in the mid short term, if the price does shows range bound, even comes back to test the support from this rising trend line one more time before turning bullish, then we are more than happy to see that, because in our case, right, if this exact scenario does plays out, the price of Bitcoin has already found support above 25,000 range, and now any sort of shakeout should not bother us that much, because remaining above 25,000 means the price for the upcoming days could be slowly turning bullish here like this. So let's hope the price in a bigger scale remains above 25,000 for this bullish scenario to play out, not just only using the rising trend line. Even if we look at this price action using this Williams alligator indicator, RSI, MACD and T3CCI, because if you combine all of these four indicators, then you can see right now we are only getting confirmation from two of this indicator. One here is MACD, which has already turned bullish, and T3CCI, which has already started to appear in positive territory. So what we need a confirmation from two of this indicator, RSI and Williams alligator indicator. We need RSI to clearly jump above 50, and this here also to show a bullish crossover. I mean, whenever the price of Bitcoin has started this impulsive movement, right, whenever the price of Bitcoin has started this impulsiveness, you can see this green line has always appeared on top and blue line at the bottom. Green line on top, blue line at the bottom has resulted in some very impulsive movement in price action of Bitcoin. But blue line at the top, right, blue line at the top and green line at the bottom has always resulted in a corrective movement. But whenever we have seen green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, that has resulted in some very nice impulsive movement. So this is exactly what we want. Price of Bitcoin here to slowly show a crossover, this blue line to appear at the bottom and green line at the top. And if that does happen, then there is a very high probability the price of Bitcoin after that is going to start with this new impulsive movement, just like what I showed you here in this example. Some shakeout, price getting attracted towards this rising trend line before turning bullish. And now even if you look at this falling wedge is also another reason once the price breaks the key line of resistance around 26,800 to 27,000 range, then I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to follow this exact movement here. Uptrend, resistance and support, lower line acting as a support, upper line acting as a resistance, you can see, right? And once we flip the upper trend line resistance to proper support, the price after that is expected to show another bullishness here like this. And in our case, the price opportunity from this falling wedge is going to remain somewhere between 30,000 to 32,000 range. Yes guys, 30,000 to 32,000 is going to be looked as our upcoming target if the price in the medium short term manages to flip this key line of resistance into proper support. Even if we look at this in a smaller time frame, in a smaller time frame, the price of Bitcoin is still following this descending channel where the upper line is acting as a line of resistance, lower line is acting as a line of support. So if we do see further continuation, right, then you can see the price in our case could be first getting attracted towards this upper trend line from this descending channel before deciding the trend duration. So that's why I have been saying you wait until price breaks out of this key line of resistance before looking for any trading opportunity, because to continue this uptrend here in the medium short term, we also have to overcome this 26,800 to 27,000 resistance line, because flipping that into support could result in some very nice impulsive movement here for the upcoming days for Bitcoin. And now, even if we look at this in a smaller time frame, if we look at this price structure, let me show you one more time. Using this Fibonacci line, we can see from the bottom till the top in an hourly time frame, the price is showing some weakness. Why? Because we have already lost the support from this rising trend line. You can see this rising trend line always acted as a strong line of support, and this here also looks like a continuation pattern. Price of Bitcoin getting attracted towards this 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line before deciding the trend duration. So that is another reason why I want you guys to be a bit careful. In the medium short term, this has already been broken. The support from this rising trend line has already been broken. And what could the price in the medium short term be doing? Some range bound and slowly getting attracted towards the price opportunity from this rising trend line, right, around 25,800 to 26,000 range, and also the support from this 0.5 Fibonacci line. Yes, this 0.5 Fibonacci line could be also attracting the price in the medium short term before we again start showing a movement here in this manner. Higher highs, higher lows, continuation pattern type of scenario. So this is another reason why I want you guys to be careful. In the medium short term, there might be some shakeout price coming back to test the 25,800 to 26,000 one more time before showing another impulsiveness. Because if you look at the price structure in a bigger frame, nothing much has changed. We have seen a retracement to test the previous temporary line, and since the price is also showing some sort of support around that exact area, this could be a retest, just like as shown here in an example. Retest of this previous temporary line or the neckline before turning bullish like this. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin, as long as it remains over 25,000 in bigger frame, this pullback what we have witnessed is going to be looked as a retest of the previous temporary resistance line. So if the price in the medium short term remains over 25,000, then this inverse head and shoulder is also going to play out perfectly, because this will be looked as a retest, just like as shown here in an example. And even the crypto to buy sell indicator is flashing us a buy signal when the price of Bitcoin dropped around 24,900 range. So for the upcoming days, as long as we remain above this line, this neckline, the price of Bitcoin with some shakeout is still expected to show further impulsiveness. So this was some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then please guys destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.